If you're a neurodivergent person who hates to cook or gets tired of prepared meals after like 2 days, picture me as the divergent fairy bringing you a bounty of solutions. Hi, I'm Laura and I have level 2 autism and combined type ADHD, also dyslexia. And I'm currently pursuing a PhD in a new field called neurodivergent creativity because my special interest is neurodivergence and making tools and strategies for neurodivergent people. First, you need to reduce the activation energy by buying containers of pre-chopped peppers or onions or garlic, etc. It saves so much time on mise en place, which is having all the things chopped before you start cooking, and reduces the effort to get it done. Where possible, use a rice cooker, crock pot, instant pot, air fryer. It makes it so much less painful. When you cook a meal, don't eat it all in the week you make it. Freeze it. But, and this is important, freeze it in individual portions. There are freezer molds specifically for this. For the love of all things neurodivergent, do not freeze an entire bag of spaghetti. It will die in that freezer. Make 2 or 3 meals, freeze half of each meal in, and I must emphasize this again, individual portions. Every time you make rice or quinoa or black beans, freeze the leftovers in individual portions. After a month of this freezing part of everything you cook, you don't have to cook more often. Just do whatever is normal for you. You will have an incredible variety of frozen, proportioned ingredients that you can mix and match into different meals. You can take black beans from one day and fried rice from another with some fresh chicken for a fusion meal. You can have frozen individual balls of homemade cookie dough to have easy access to cookies. You can even freeze bread doughs. Before you start, eat a piece of sour candy or Jolly Rancher to wake up your senses. Reduce the sensory input from other things like scratchy clothes because the overload will completely derail you. The thing about a neurodivergent person's brain is when you wake up in the morning, are starting at -30 and working your way up to 15 in order to start. Neurotypical people start at 100 and decrease over the day. Don't try to eat the frog. Doing the hard task first thing in the morning is going to derail your entire day via procrastination. Start with a small task like putting on clothes, answer a few emails. Once you get the dopamine from that, you will feel like you're on a roll, and suddenly cooking seems less terrible. Always play an upbeat playlist of songs that make you really want to dance, or a really good podcast/audiobook, good enough to keep you occupied and focused, but not good enough to distract you so much that you burn something. If you're not eating enough, caloric density is your friend. PB&J is the holy grail for getting calories and nutrients into people with ARFID or other difficulties with eating. Sunflower butter is what I use because of loved ones with peanut allergies. Look up the caloric densities of your safe foods and go from there. If you have an eating disorder, do not do that. Don't do that at all. Bad idea. A tablespoon of nut butter has a healthy amount of calories. I'm not going to say how much for people who have eating disorders as a rule of thumb. Go for healthy fats instead of easy sugars. I know that's hard when you have ADHD, but you won't crash as badly with fats and proteins in your stomach. Bolthouse Farms makes really good smoothies, and naked smoothies are exemplary for this. And worry less about eating the right things and more about staying fed. And finally, if you are feeling extremely low energy, get a blood panel done. Odds are you have some kind of vitamin deficiency. I know this from personal experience. If you can't afford a blood panel, just start taking a multivitamin. If you're assigned female at birth, take a prenatal supplement. It's not just for pregnant people, it's the only multivitamin with iron, fish oil, and folic acid, which are all incredibly helpful in fatigue and ADHD symptoms. A multivitamin is a must. I like the Nature Made ones. If you're a guy, get a multivitamin and take an iron supplement. They don't make complete ones for you. Sorry. I don't think there are any ingredients in a prenatal multivitamin that would actually harm a man, but I get that people feel weird about stuff like that, so it's up to you. I design tools for neurodivergent people that nobody else cares enough to design. If you or your child are wandering blind and feel like nobody understands you, I'm here to help. Leave me your peculiar neurodivergent issues that nobody seems to be able to solve in the comments, and I'll do my best. Bye. If you, like me, have a lot of complicated emotions about cooking and the whole process of it, maybe you would like my weather cards, which are basically a tool to explain your emotions in a way that actually makes sense to your neurodivergent brain, or get help for whatever your problem is. The weather cards are digital, so you can print them on demand wherever you are in the world, which I think is very helpful, and it's also easier for accommodations. All of the proceeds from these cards go straight back into my research. If you want to support me in that, click.